Ever feel like your efforts are just a tiny drop in a vast ocean? Like what you do is too small to matter? I get it. We all feel that way sometimes. But let me tell you a story that might change your perspective. Imagine a small, remote village, the kind nestled deep in the mountains, far from the hustle and bustle of city life. This village had a persistent problem: frequent power cuts. Almost every evening, as dusk settled, the entire village would be plunged into darkness. The residents had grown used to it, simply waiting for the power to return. In this village lived a little boy. He was a thoughtful and resilient child. Instead of just sitting in the dark, like everyone else, he had a simple ritual. Every single night, as soon as the power went out, he would carefully light a single, small candle. He'd place it by his window, its gentle flame flickering against the glass, casting a warm, soft glow into the darkness of his home. One evening, a neighbor was passing by the boy's house and saw the solitary candle burning brightly in the window. The neighbor, a bit jaded by the constant blackouts, chuckled and called out to the boy. He said, "Son, that's a nice little candle you have there. But what's the point? That tiny flame can't possibly light up the whole village." He meant it kindly, but his words carried a heavy sense of futility. The little boy, who was reading a book by the candlelight, looked up from his page. He wasn't discouraged at all. Instead, he offered the man a warm, genuine smile and replied with a wisdom far beyond his years. "You're right, sir," he said calmly. "My candle can't light the whole village. I know that, but it's enough to light up my house, so I can see and my family feel safe." He paused for a moment, his eyes twinkling in the soft light. Then, added, "And who knows, maybe my little light will help someone else find their way. Maybe if they see my light, they'll know they're not alone in the dark." The neighbor stood there, speechless for a moment. The boy's simple, powerful words hit him like a wave. He had been so focused on the size of the problem the entire dark village had, he'd forgotten the power of a single, small solution. The boy wasn't trying to solve everything at once. He was just doing what he could, right where he was. That very night, something magical happened. The neighbor, inspired by the boy, went home and lit his own candle, placing it in his window. Soon after, another family down the street saw the two lights, and they lit their own. One by one, little flames began to appear in windows all across the village. The chain reaction of light and hope had begun. Before long, the village was no longer a patch of complete darkness. It was a beautiful tapestry of dozens of tiny, flickering lights. People started to emerge from their homes, their paths guided by the collective glow. They saw neighbors they hadn't spoken to in ages. They started talking, checking in on each other. "Do you have enough water?" one would ask. "I have extra bread if you need some," another would offer. Guided by these small lights, the community came together. They helped an elderly woman fix her leaky roof before the next rain. They worked together to clear a fallen tree that was blocking a path. The darkness had isolated them, but the small lights brought them together, turning a shared problem into an opportunity for connection and collaboration. The village felt more alive and united than it ever had when the power was on. And it all started with one little boy and his one small candle. He didn't set out to light up the whole village. He just wanted to light his own corner of the world. But his simple, consistent action created a ripple effect that transformed his entire community. This story is a beautiful reminder for all of us. Sometimes we get overwhelmed by the scale of the world's problems: climate change, poverty, injustice. We think, what can I, one person, possibly do? We feel like that neighbor, thinking our candle is too small to make a difference. But the truth is, your candle matters. Your small act of kindness, your single voice speaking up for what's right, your one bote, your decision to recycle, your effort to learn something new, eat all cones. You may not be able to light up the whole world, but you can light up your home, your workplace, your community. And you never know who is watching. You never know whose hope you might ignite. Your small, consistent effort can be the spark that inspires a wave of change you never thought possible. So don't ever underestimate your light. Let it shine, right where you are. Because it's often the smallest lights that, together, burn the brightest and chase away the deepest darkness. Thank you so much for watching. If this story resonated with you, Please give this video a like and share it with someone who might need to hear it. And don't forget to subscribe for more stories that inspire. See you in the next one.